Hello, welcome back to Snekburd. Alright, last episode we had a wild time solving puzzle Y, but it's finally done. That means we only have one more to go. Z. I've never seen this level before. Oops. So let's see what it looks like. Level Z. Okay, 3 birds again. 1 flying, I just realized. 1 flying, these are all fruits, so they're all growth, right? Yeah, they all increase your length by 1. Hmm. Okay. It looks like... I mean, I'm almost certain that Flying Bird does not actually get the fruit at this point. Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like we have enough length to like... Yeah, hold on to any sort of bird there, unless it's flying. I guess I'll see something like this happening. I can eat, but like I clearly get stuck doing this. I'm very stuck actually. So yeah. Okay. Is there something else I perhaps want to do instead? This reminds me very similar to a level I've done a while ago, right? Was it, I think 20, no, was it 30, no, it was 24, I think. Yeah, it was like some, this same like sort of like, U-bend existed with 3 birds. And then it was kind of more like, you had to like only slightly go up. So it's like this. And then something about Red Bird having to also follow in. So, yeah. Okay. So, I mean, pretty obviously green can't actually get that right now. If green were in there, it would still get stuck, wouldn't it? It would become a length of 6. Yeah. Do you think I could gain any bit of height here with this bird? Can I actually go in here? I can, wow. Okay. I wonder how useful that might be. I wonder how useful that actually is. I don't think it's very useful at all. Yeah, like it doesn't look very useful. I mean, you could do something like this though. I find this interesting. Look at that. In fact, yeah, that kind of does work, doesn't it? In like doubling your height slightly, somewhat. So now this can happen. I mean, clearly I still get stuck for the reasons I have said before. So yeah, I think I always will get stuck. So I'm not entirely sure if there's any better way of doing this. I suppose one way might be to kind of do that. I don't really see how getting just 1 fruit helps though. I mean, I suppose I can also get 2 fruits and then leave. Yeah, at a length of 5, it kind of becomes very difficult for this bird to like leave already. So like, you know, if you measured every single animal... Okay, so, yes, I think it's actually possible. Is it possible? I don't know if it's possible or not. I think it might be. Oh, maybe not though. I'm not sure. Is it possible to save Redbird in this state? Possibly. I don't see how I could save Redbird in this state though. We're kind of stuck. Because yellow has to go underneath it. So like this little thing here that's holding up everything seems useful. I'm not entirely sure if it's savable. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if it's savable or not. Because Well, if I could make like this shape maybe? That's kind of questionable, really. I kind of see there's really nothing here. If I moved over, a lot of things would fall, yeah. In particular, any movement from red just doesn't work. That's interesting. I don't know how that's useful, but that looks interesting. That definitely does not help me though. I think the straight line trick was the... Like, straight line seems to have been the most helpful so far. Oops. Yeah, like this seems to have been the most helpful because it allows travel without the help of Yellowbird. It basically lets me do this. Couple issues are I just cannot save Redbird like that anymore. I mean, it might be possible to save Redbird. Maybe if I, you know, kind of just... I need to like gain height here, don't I? If I did need to gain height here, then ideally it's supposed to be the same trick, right? As the 3-bird flying machine? Oh, not entirely sure. I can kind of do this, but aren't we stuck at this point? Are we like super stuck? I think, yeah, it kind of looks super stuck. I just don't know how you can save Red from this position. Maybe if we're a bit longer, like... With 2 more length, it's actually possible to save Redbird. So if Redbird were a length of 7... Okay, so... Let's say green just wasn't here first. I need 2 more height for this. And like 2 more height for this is kind of awkward. Also, like what I haven't used thus far in this solution is this little thing over here. I don't know what that's useful for. I don't see it being useful at all, but you know, it could like maybe like fit. Well, since every bird is like... Since every bird is going to be length 4 or more when doing this, I guess one way you could try to do it. Like, this is now useful for this. I don't think I ever want to eat the fruit, do I? I don't think so. I need to find a way to save Red. I have not yet found a way to save Red. But this looks the best for Red right now. Although I'm not entirely sure if that's true or not. Just want to like make note of the fact that this also exists for some weird reason. Although I think this is a lot less useful than the other one down here. I mean, I suppose this also appears all the way down here, but how is this going to help us? I just don't think it will. The one that's most relevant is this thing down here. Okay. So... idea is to save this again, right? Length of 7 works from this. Yeah, and I think length of 7 also works parity-wise. Because if a length of 5 can survive like this, a length of 7 can kind of just wrap around one more bit. So length 7 can also survive that. Problem is, how do I get a length of 7? Like, the length of 7 can really only be achieved by the 5, but maybe a length 4 can be useful. Like, I can see how a length 4 is useful here. I mean, I can see how length 4 is generated here. And length 4 can survive. So we do get a free length 4. And the 2 remaining can produce a length of 7. So like that works out mathematically. I just don't know how I, do much else. I mean, I suppose one thing I can do is I can swap these guys around, right? Perhaps the length 4 can be the one that sort of does this now. That looks maybe okay. Yeah, in fact, I think that actually might give me enough height to do this. Problem is that the length of 7 can't survive falling out of here. Right? I mean, if I did this... Yeah, it's the same problem. Well, I suppose if I kind of folded myself a little bit more... No, I don't want to ever hook myself here. Like, this hooking seems bad, because I can never survive this if I did that. I kind of want to do this. I want to fall in such a way that I can leave. I guess that works actually. Okay. In fact, that looks kind of suspicious. Like, yeah, I can't save myself from here. But this does look very good. Because it gives you a length of 7 that I need. And then also saves this bird. Almost. I mean, okay, at this point green can't help us. That's not good, yeah. Okay, I feel a lot closer with this now. But here we can definitely see some issues. So can I resolve those issues? This doesn't look very optimal yet. I can't just like piece together this puzzle. How much higher would I need to be to eat that fruit? I feel like this looks forced. Cause I can't eat this, right? How else can I, after eating fall enough? The idea is still the exact same. It doesn't really make sense to wrap around at this point. This looks interesting, but not interesting enough. Because I fall, yeah. I don't think it's savable at this point. I mean, it might still be, but I don't think it is. Okay. So, is there any better way of doing this? I don't think there is. I think the entire point is for the green bird to stay. Because I need this height increaser to get up there in the first place. I don't want this hook at all, like, right? Is there any reason why this exists here? I mean, there has to be a reason why it's there. Otherwise, it would just be wall. There would be no point of this. So, like, one way I can see it is, Ah, yes, okay. If instead of the 5 birds starting first, it were the 3 bird that were the bridge. The reason why is because if I'd eaten one of those fruits, a 3 bird can get in there and then wrap around. I think 3 bird would be able to survive. So, that does mean something fairly interesting. That means what? We get a length of 7? We don't get a length of 7. We can't get a length of 7. Okay. So I need to push over by 2, but that should be... I see. 3 can't actually get there. That is a problem. Wait, 3 can't get there? But... Okay. Yeah, so like I need a bit of height here. The thing is... Okay, so let's try something. Let's make this bridge first. What is that bridge for again? Yeah, we still need a lot of height here. I suppose the idea is that if Redbird only ate one fruit, you'd have a length of 6. Actually, that's not that challenging to work with, right? Why couldn't I just do that from the very beginning? Like if I, you know, tried the same strategy here. Oh, I'd be slightly off. Oof. Slightly off is not good. It only work if I was straight like this. I mean, that seems to be fine, I think. That's barely not fine. Okay. But if I can't climb up a little bit, yeah, I would never eat this fruit from this position. So like, I need this here. It's just that it's very hard for Greenbird to get. Now it's completely stuck. There's no way of getting it out. So there's just no way, right? At least it looks like there's no way to get it in. If we were to try and go in straight, like the fact that there are 3 spikes here makes it very challenging for that to happen. Because it would have to be standing on a bird at this height, and then, you know, it would just fall. Because, yeah. Because the only things below it would be spikes, so it would fall. 5 is a lot easier because 5 is longer than 3, of course. 4 is also longer than 3, so 4 can actually make the bridge as well, which is why I thought that would have been useful. But apparently not. I don't know. Let's see if I can go back to this trick again. So I want the length of 4. I want the length of 4 to become the bridge. Like so. And then length of 5 can become the length of 7. So yeah, this is where we got stuck. See, this is why I thought length of 3 would also work. The length of 3 would be able to hold up green here. To make this possible. You make a bunch of other stuff possible as well. Would a length of 6 here survive? I mean, maybe. Kind of, but not quite. There you go. 6 can exit. So okay, if 6 can exit, well then 4 can also do stuff now, right? So can I now split this up properly? The problem is, can 6 actually form the straight bridge? Kinda hard for 6 to form a straight bridge in here. So like, what shape can 6 form? Maybe like this sort of shape? Like, yeah, 6 can't really get in there as a thing, right? If 6 were a straight line, it would just completely be unable to be pushed back. Yeah. So like, 6 has to have some other gimmick to it. Like, I suppose it would be interesting if 6 could look like this? Yeah, somewhat interesting. Can I get down here? I don't think I can, right? Let's keep green up there. Okay. So I wanted this, right? I wanted green to be able to sort of like push it in like this. That looks very bad. That looks bad on for several reasons. I mean, this is okay, but like there's clearly something wrong there. On the bright side, there's some reason to do this now, because I can actually survive doing this. So you get a length of 5 and a length of 6. Is that is that good? 6 is stuck. 6 cannot be pulled out. So like if I wanted to survive, 6 might have to form like a hook. But a hook can't be pulled. Oops. So like maybe like this, but then somehow pushed back? First, I can't push this back at all. And even if I could, how could I get stuff out? I mean, yeah, there could still be stuff going on here. I do think this is still somewhat useful. The good thing about the 4-bird being here is that, you know, it can now get that pair and survive. So like, if we can also get the 6-bird to survive, that would be very nice. But how would I get a 6-bird to survive? The only way to get 4-bird up there... Well, there's more than one way to do that. I mean, I can do this. Yeah, why not? There you go. That looks okay. The only problem is kinda that... Don't we need a 7 length to survive there? Don't we need a 7 length? Because the bird is already at this height, right? And I think at this height, it's very difficult for the yellow bird to go up by 1 at this point, since it's always holding up something. I mean, I can do stuff, but very little stuff is what I can do. Yeah, I can do that. That doesn't work. So yeah, I absolutely need a 7 length, don't I? And 7 length might mean what? Well, yeah, then the problem is that the only bird that can reach a length of 7 is red. But that would somehow imply red eats... Well, could it... we know red can eat 1, right? Can it eat 1? Wait, how did I get this to work? I kind of forgot. No, in the end, yeah, in the end, it was still green ate 1, and then red, and then green. That was the whole thing. Oops. So yeah, green eats 1, but very clearly, it's not possible for a 7 length to escape that hole in there, right? I mean, we got pretty close at one point, I think. Yeah, we got very close at one point. I forget what that looked like. But it looked something like this. Like that. If it were a 6 length, like, it would be a lot better because the 6 length is shorter, but... I mean, yeah, I mean, I can save a 6 length here. Maybe I can change my strategy when I come back and flip around. So I can do this and survive. So can a 6 length get in there, become a 7 length, and then survive? What kind of shape would that entail? I mean, in general, to get... To get this, wouldn't you need a height of at least 5 in one of the columns? Like this column here requires a height of 5. And a height of 5 always gets stuck like this. So then, like, I can't move up anymore, meaning that it's not possible. So, okay, let me just recheck as to how 6 got out. 6 got out because... Well, I mean, the main reason why is because it could move up. it could fold itself. And by being able to fold itself, it can fall without, you know, becoming hurt too badly. But a 7 can't do that. A 7 can't fold. And then if you kind of get yourself stuck here, you also don't really survive. So how does a 7 work out? We got really close to 7, but 7 was never close enough. And then I think at this point, like, since we're holding it up with, yeah, we're holding it up. It's not possible. If I could move up here, but I can't. There's no other sort of like shape that would help with it, is there? Like, a shape like this just definitely does not work. Even if it was slightly higher. There's no way. Yeah, not even close. Okay, so what do I know? I know that only a length of 5 in that chamber up there can go in and come out on its own without help. But, okay. Firstly, I need to question if it's true that I need a 7-bird to survive this. Like, it definitely feels like I do. Because how else am I gonna do this? But is there any special way where I could save a bird? Like maybe a 6-length bird. Yeah, a 6-length bird can sort of make this S shape from here. That another bird can get on like so. So like imagine the tail of a 6-length bird that Red's head is on. So yeah, okay. That is another way that could work. If that was so, then our 5-6 solution could actually survive. Okay. So let's first get the length of 4. You are length of 4. Length of 4 can survive like so. Length of 4 will eventually become a length of 5, but before that requires a flip like this. Okay, 5 has to push 4 in. Now 5 can become a length of 6 and also survive. I believe has to be from a height like this. Yep, okay. So, okay, we have a couple issues. Right? I think we have a couple issues, I can't tell. Okay, firstly. What am I doing? Ah, crap. Okay, firstly. Get you out. I need to do a flip like so. So if I did this, yeah, then you can see that actually is possible to make this flip. So this can happen. Now, is it possible to get a shape like that? I think it is. So, Flying Bird can do this. But this is not enough to get you up there. You need to be slightly higher. Okay, yeah, so slightly higher, huh? Slightly higher. But the problem is you can't actually hit that. Like, the reason why I had Redbird set up so early in this position is because if Redbird was still balancing on... yeah, if Redbird were not on Greenbird at this point, it couldn't actually make it back. Like, this shape is basically forced really early on. Fortunately, you can actually climb that as a length of 4. But I need a bit more height. Just slightly more height. Yeah, I'm really close though. Like, I'm even closer than before, I think. But how do I get that slight bit of height? Is there any last trick that I can do? If I want to climb this as a length of 4, I would need... I basically need a bit more length over here. I need Redbird to look like this. But Redbird can't survive on anything. It's not surviving on anything right now. Is this fine? No, because then Redbird just hooks on perfectly, so no. So like this looks like the best and only way that, you know, this was like a good last step as well. We have a couple issues with this last step. Firstly, this bird can't flip on its end. So one thing I can't do is something like this, because I'm pretty sure there's no way to save red bird at this point. Which is why this is okay. Because red can survive like this. Green, on the other hand, needs a bit more help. This looks so good though. This looks so good. What can I do with this? There is no way I could have gotten to this point while Redbird is somewhere else, right? Maybe Redbird can do something at this point, but I highly doubt it. I mean, yeah, this is forced. This is very forced, and then... Okay, so... We already know as a length of 6 you can't form a straight line there. You need a length of 4 to go in and eat to become a length of 5 to survive. And I think it eats has to be the very top pair. If it eats anything else, it's kind of screwed. Yeah, okay. Alright, what am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? I mean, clearly there's something that I'm supposed to do else. Something else I'm supposed to do. But I don't see any other way to get any more height. Like, from this setup. Is this setup also wrong? Okay. I mean, I've gotten up there before. The question is, how did I do that? I mean, the only way that I managed to do that, I think, was first getting this in. Well, I can't really know that this is impossible right now. Well, okay, hold on. So I can do this and then I can leave. Redbird is a bit stuck. Redbird is definitely stuck. No, like I can't push right here. Could Redbird hook onto Greenbird? Yeah, like maybe Redbird and Greenbird can now like somehow swap positions. Okay, Redbird needs to be very optimized in its movement though. Like for them to swap positions. That is a bad move. Okay. It feels like we can get in swap positions like this. If red and oops, yeah, no, this is bad. Can anything like this happen? It looks like something might be brewing here. No, this is very bad. Okay. How do I save? I saved Ribbit at one point. I don't know what I was doing when I did. But I kind of want this. I kind of want this setup, but like, what? In the other direction? Like, this always falls. If I moved, you would also fall, because right now I'm only on red. So, like, I feel like this is already bad. How do I get them to swap positions here? I mean, that looks okay. If I could get this to work upside down, maybe. Did yellow bird have to be this low? Yes, because yes, yellow bird had to be this low. This is bad. If I have the most freedom to move around here as the yellow bird. Not yellow, as the red bird. As the green bird, I mean. Jeez. Yeah, well, this is bad. Yeah, well, I mean, red bird is also very stuck in this case. Like, the only reason why, yeah, okay, so let's not do that. I mean, everyone's stuck in this case. Oops, I don't want this either. What is this dance that I'm trying to pull off here? I mean, it's still not enough, right? It's still not enough. If I could go up by one more, I'll be fine, maybe? What is this? How about this? Okay, that is not cool. That is not fun looking. That does not look very fun. I mean, it's functional. Somewhat. It's not very functional at all, but like, it sort of swaps them around. If you think about it real hard, it does. Okay, could I have this situation, but in the other parity? So like, here. Yeah, yes, actually, yes. Is that any better? Oh, that looks bad. That looks really bad, actually, because of that spike. That looks really bad. Okay. Well, I mean, this looks maybe okay. I don't see how this is very okay, though. Yeah, I don't see how... I don't really see how okay this could be. Nope. What? Yeah, this isn't it. Okay. Yeah. No. But like, how many? I mean, is this good? Doesn't look very good. Wow, I got myself stuck. Oh, nice. It's like, would I be able to? I don't think I'll be able to do anything here. Yeah. Okay. So that's clearly wrong. Is this actually feasible? Is it feasible to get them to swap positions here? Yeah, no, I mean, what am I doing? Yeah, I mean, if I could get them to swap positions, that'd be very nice. Okay, so I need to be at least this high to get you up there. Swapping positions entails, like... I mean, to swap positions at all, it looks like something like this needs to occur. And obviously this... This would not work. I mean, I can't do that on the other side, can I? What? Here? No. Everyone just falls. I mean, yeah, how would a position swap work? I would need to get red to have a very awkward shape. They have a very awkward shape, which, you know, has to be generated from this position. Has to kind of look like this. But it has to like optimize itself even more, which I don't get how that would entirely work. Like this gets you stuck. Right. Yeah, this will get you stuck, regardless. There's very little I can do to help you avoid that. Yeah, no, we're kind of stuck after that as well. So like, what am I trying to do? This falling by 2 thing is very hard to work with. I can only fall by 1 at any given moment. Okay, so just to make things clear again, how would a proper swap work here? How would a swap be possible? Because I'm just playing around, right? I need to actually make a swap happen. How? And let's start from this position, because I'm pretty sure if I wanted to set this up, I have to start from here. For a couple reasons. There are other ways I could do it thus far. So, if I could set up other stuff. Oops. How would other stuff work? Well, okay, well, I mean, first things first. Oh, I can't push this way, yeah. Alright, fair enough. I thought I could push this way, but clearly not. I can push this way though, that looks interesting. Okay, well, I mean, that's not very safe for red. That looks a bit more safe for red. I mean, is this not a setup that, like, is this not gonna lead to the same outcome? I don't want to fall. At all, I don't want to fall at all. Uh-oh. Yeah, nope. But like, that looked like an okay move, I guess. Yeah, like this feels barely possible, which is why I like it a lot. But, you know, barely possible isn't good enough. The problem is that, like, red kind of needs to be up here by 1, so it can never be pulled back far enough to be in the right position. It has to proactively move. So, like, more so if I can get, like, the entirety of red's body to be on its right. The right of its head. Maybe that would be better. Why so though? Why would it be better if the entire mass is on the right? And how would I pull that off? Like this? Yeah, but like I want this to be pushed over by one. But someone can't make it. Yeah, it's just not. This doesn't look possible. Well, what is possible is the long thing, right? This thing looks possible. Okay, but like, can a length 6 actually help here? Can a length 6 actually do this? I would hope it can, but it looks kinda unlikely now. Ah, jeez, yeah. Can a length 6 actually push you in, right? Maybe a length 6. Ah, okay, so... Crap, okay. Maybe you as a bridge had to be in here, yeah, a long time ago. I'll have to form the necessary shape, which is, I think, this. Push? Oh, I can't push. Right, okay, so instead of this shape now... Yeah, but I was thinking... If it were instead, like... What's my goal again? Why am I so far back? When did I get set so far back? I don't know when I got sent so far back, but I got sent really far back for some reason. Like, if instead of this, green looked a little different. This is bad. Okay, kind of like at all points that's bad, so... Like, what if I wanted green to look like this? But it wouldn't be able to bridge over, right? Because like its length is 3. Or like its horizontal length is 3, I mean... Okay, I mean, what if... Okay, what if... You were able to climb like this? No, but no one's tail can be here. I need a length 7 for a tail like that to happen. Do I? Like, okay, so if I could push this in, that would be very nice, wouldn't it? It would also act as a platform that would work. But I can't push this in, can I? It doesn't look possible. Nope. Okay. Would it ever have been possible for this this shape to be this shape? I don't even know how to describe it, like an L tetromino. Or sort of slid in by 1. Like, it looks impossible because it would have a length of 3, as I've said before. Okay, what if it went like this? If you were here and you went this way. Oh, wait, okay, wait, no, this looks good. Wow, how in the world did I make that happen? Okay, that's a very tight setup. But it kind of does something that I've never done before. It gets all of the mass of red to be on one side. It also falls and lets red just leave. The lets red just leave thing is kind of not useful though, because I want red to swap with green now, so... How is that doable in this state? Like, isn't this basically just the... Isn't this kind of not what I wanted? Yeah, we never actually solved that problem, right? Despite getting to this position, how would this have been useful? Still not enough, because you still have to go up by 1. You can leave now. But you still need to be on green's head, right? Yeah, okay, well, how do you... I just have not found a way to swap positions with green. Just this entire thing looks too tight for any swap with green to even appear possible. Like, have we done this before? I feel like we have. Yeah, I feel like we have definitely done this before, so we've already gotten to that state. If this were part of the solution, it would have to have, you know, given me something new to work with. I realized, right, something that could be fairly interesting is... Well, what could be fairly interesting here? If yellow were up by 1, that would be really, really interesting. Can I pull that off? I wonder if I can. I really wonder if I can. It doesn't look possible. Yeah, it doesn't look possible, but I wonder if it is. Somehow. Like, jeez, what is this? Like, one way I could do things is I could try and use this space here, using green, sort of, to keep red up, but like the space here just isn't not doable. Yeah, just not doable with green. But if yellow were 1 higher, that would seem okay, I think. If yellow were just 1 higher. Yeah, I want to push this. I wanted to push this shape over, but I don't know if it's possible. It doesn't seem possible, but it could be possible. If instead of doing this, I kind of did this instead. Ooh, hold on, wait. This looks slightly better. The reason why is because there's nothing down here to help to be an issue. In fact, I can just push up by 2 and then like that would be way better. Right? I don't know if it would be better or not. Like it might not be better. Why did I want this? Kind of forgot why I wanted this whole thing. Yeah, why did I want this again? Like that's a new way of getting through, and then like a lot of Red's mass is on the other side of the area now. But why? What shape did I... Like, was I aiming for a shape like this, but pushed over by 1? How would this have accomplished anything different? Or was I think I was trying to do something like this, but over by 1. But that doesn't feel possible. Like, at all. It just does not feel possible. Because I can't move up from here. I have to move down in this column. Which straight up, you know. Like, this is fine, but I can't move left at this point. Oh, I don't actually know what I'm trying to do here. Hold on. I kind of lost my goal already at this point. Okay. So... I think the goal is to get... Yeah, the goal is to get a shape like this. Yeah, something like that. And actually will let you get over. Okay. So this gets every bird back on safe ground. I can work from here, I believe. So first step is actually to get onto yellow. I mean, it's not that difficult because I always just do this and then 4 by 1. Next step is to be able to push this over, which looks fine, looks doable. And then continue doing this. But why? If this were 1 higher, which I think it could have been... could it have been? Yes, maybe. If... Ooh. Barely not able to... Oops, wrong button. Hold on. So I could have done that up here. The problem is that, like, the tail could never have been much higher. If the tail were 1... Well, even if the tail were 1 higher, I feel like that would still be a problem. But yeah, now we're still slightly short. If I were length of 5, could I actually have pulled this off? I mean, what would this help with is my question. I don't think this would have helped with anything even if I could pull this off. Maybe I'm just thinking about it wrong. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong, yeah. Okay. Like, this tail hook seems completely useless. Like, we're so close. We just need to be one higher, but like how? How in the world could I have been one higher here? Swap position. Swapping position seems okay, like... If I had done this... If I managed to swap positions to look like this... Then already we are going to survive because... this can happen. And this can happen. So like, as long as we can swap positions as well, I think we're okay. The problem is we cannot swap positions. And like... It's very unfortunate we can't. Oops. This looks so similar though, like look at this. This looks so similar to that one level that I did a long time ago. The issue isn't getting to this position, the issue is kind of getting back from this position. I wonder how close I am. I wonder really how close I am. What am I trying to do? Like, this shape seems best. This shape seems unsavable. If I could, I would form this shape happily. Yeah, we're too far gone at this point, so... Like, maybe it just isn't possible here. Maybe there's some other way of doing this. Like, what's the closest I've ever gotten? I think the closest I've ever gotten was... I forgot what the closest I've ever gotten was. Something that looked like this, I think? Yeah, this is the closest I've ever gotten. And then, like, at this point, we're very stuck. Yeah. Okay. I think we're gonna give up for now. We're gonna continue this episode, this next episode, but like, I don't know how far I've gone. I've gotten far on this front, but there are other things I haven't tried yet, I guess. Like other length distributions. Although this is what I deem to be the only possible thing I can do right now. It's a lot of finagling, but like, distribution-wise, I think this is the only way it works for now. Unless I can find some other distribution that also works, then I'm gonna focus on this. So yeah, I think it's gonna be it for this episode. See you guys next time. Yeah, see you guys next time. Alright, until then, bye bye.